Yesterday was an interesting day. New York City Mayor Eric Adams, he's a Democrat, met with President-elect Donald Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, to discuss the migrant crisis in New York City caused by the Biden-Harris administration. New York has seen more than 225,000 migrants arrive since 2022. And according to Immigration and Customs Enforcement, New York City is home to more than 58,000 criminal migrants, including more than 1,000 gang members. Mayor Adams says their priority now to get the criminals out first. Take a listen.
We're going to protect the rights of immigrants in the city that are hardworking, giving back to the city in a real way. We're not going to be a safe haven for those who commit repeated violent crimes against innocent migrants, immigrants, and longstanding New Yorkers. That was my conversation today with the border czar to figure out how do we go after those individuals who are repeatedly committing crimes in our city.
So for more, I want to bring in New York Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis. Congresswoman, great to have you on. So Mayor Adams says he and Tom Homan have the same desire to go after illegal migrants who are committing crimes here in this city and in this country. This makes sense. If you're here harming Americans, then you can't be here. But how confident are you that New York City will be able to get these people out?
Well, first, let me say that it was the election of President Trump that obviously made all the difference and has pushed Eric Adams to do the right thing. But the mayor has had the ability to issue an executive order, and I had suggested this 2 years ago, that he issue an executive order claiming that this was a public safety emergency, and then federal law obviously supersedes city law, and he should be cooperating with ICE. He did not do that this entire time, and he did not cooperate with the 100 or so detainer requests he was receiving every year from ICE. And I have to remind the viewers that under President Trump, you had about 2,000 to 2,500 detainer requests coming out of that administration from ICE. Under Biden, there's only been about 100 to 150 detainer requests. And obviously, those are the worst of the worst. People who are probably wanted for murder, for rape, for real heinous crimes in their home country. And still in that situation, Eric Adams did not comply, even though New York City sanctuary law allows them to comply when it is for a violent offender or for a sex offender. I remember fighting Bill de Blasio to get sex offenders included on the list of which New York City could comply with ICE. So why hasn't he done what he could do in his capacity today? Why do you have to wait for the Trump administration to come in and show him the way?
Yeah, you make up a great point. He waited until Trump was elected, and now he's changed ideas on everything. And then last week, he said that he could leave the Democratic Party to join the Republican Party. Do you see that actually happening after Trump's historic victory? Do you think a Republican mayor, if it was Eric Adams, could he win the next election cycle?
Look, I think Eric Adams is a long way to go before we view him as a Republican. I mean, he has opened up migrant encampments in our national park. He took over a assisted living facility from seniors and veterans and turned it into a shelter for migrants as well. He has not spoken up against this congestion pricing scheme. That's another cash grab on New Yorkers that's going to hurt our economy and cost residents thousands of dollars to get to work, to go to school, to get to the hospital, whatever it may be that they have to do in their daily activity. And quite frankly, he has not been tough enough on these issues. He's on one side saying he wants public safety, he wants to cooperate, he's going to keep New Yorkers safe. But on the other hand, we have not seen it to date. And so I'm still waiting. And look, at the end of the day, I think that people like Tulsi Gabbard and Robert F. Kennedy Jr., they have been embraced by the Republican Party, but they need to show that they support the Trump agenda and the platform, or else what's the point?
Yeah.